Mo Nazar here, and it's another episode of me playing Summoner's War, except this time I'm doing some rune crafting. That's right. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because as of late I've started to notice that there is a decrease in rune drops, courtesy of all the symbols. That's right. Now, it's a great marketing ploy, all these symbols, because yeah, we spend a lot of mana to farm, these dungeons, and then we get symbols instead of runes now, you do need the symbols. They have their uses and stuff for that, but, it's just worse now because runes are so scarce. So I'm trying to see if it's better for me to craft these runes instead of farming. So I'm looking for, I'm definitely going for violent and will runes, preferably anything to 5-6 star runes, I'm looking for a legendary 6-star rune, but I'm also going to keep any runes that I feel are, that I should keep, but I am looking for them speed sub runes, which are the speed bonuses in the subsets. If you didn't know, I'm just saying, that's what I'm looking for. Nope, probably. Yeah. Let it go. And I was having this conversation with my producer Slash, aka the strategist, earlier on while we were having dinner about how everything's random number generated. And like when you find a rune, a really great rune, there's a possibility that rune could be like a 1 in a million or 1 in a billion, depending on how the algorithm moves for the random generation. Because if you think about it, like everything from the stats to the substats are just random. It's amazing. Like if you wrap your head around it, I don't know why. It was one of those sudden clarence moments for me where like, oh my god, it could be a 1 in a million rune, and that's why I decided to do rune crafting, because my rune drops were just so subpar. My runes in general are, in my opinion, quite mediocre, so I'm trying to like increase them, and I'm speed plus 3, okay, why not? But yeah, so I'm definitely going for this one's got speed plus 5. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, I lost my train of thought. Where was that? Okay, so we were talking about, how these runes are generated. And also one of the things that I want is violent runes, because you can never have too many violent runes. That's right. Because of all the violent procs. You're always in need of violent runes, people. You always need violent runes. And these symbols thing, again, it's so frustrating because you spend hours and hours and lots of, mana to farm. It's just this addiction that you get with Summoner's War. I gotta admit, because me and my producer Slash the strategist, we were talking about how there are other games that we do play as well, and you can tell sometimes, some games, they have a very good premise, very good gameplay, but they gave away too many free things. So like, you could rank up from 0 to mastery, legendary, high level really fast in like 3 weeks and stuff like that. But you don't get the longevity like Summoner's War, okay, as much as I hate on come to us. Suddenly I had an air of eloquence. But yeah, as much as I hate on them, and ooh, plus six. Thinking, sorry, this is it's whatever. I'd keep it. Yeah. So when this happens a lot sometimes nowadays, because I'm recording these things at like the crack of midnight. My general schedule of the day is I wake up, I do some babysitting, do some freelance work, do some voiceovers. I've been getting a lot of voiceover jobs as of late. And then when everybody's asleep, when the house is finally quiet, and when it's just me and the producer, aka the strategist, then I record. That's why sometimes you see these eye bags. I've started to notice these eye bags popping up under my eyes, but that's because I'm recording this at midnight. Like the moment baby's like, yeah, I'm recording these videos. So now I'm gonna be doing the will runes. But yeah, as I was saying, the oh right, yeah, okay. So I was talking about the symbols at first. Well, the thing is about Summoner's War, like it's not just about like getting the monsters. It's not like the unchangeable aspects of a collectible card game. Yeah, you have a lot of variations. You have thousands upon thousands of variations, but you can't really change the monsters themselves. You can do it. Like I know Hearthstone came up with a new adaptability and stuff like that, but that's just like a set number of add-ons. But with Summoner's War, you can get the monsters, but you can go really deep into the stats and change what they are. Like for example, my Leica is pretty much a hybrid. A lot of people who play Leica would go with the whole glass cannon strategy, but I chose to build a Leica very differently, and I can do that. So the customizability in Summoner's War, and it's just the craziest part of the customizability. Most people will go for the flashy bit, like you can customize the skins, but this one really goes deep into the stats. I mean, not only do you have flat stats, additions, like crit rate +5, crit resistance +7. But yeah, I mean, like you have these percentages, and then you also have the flat stats, like Diablo, those or World of Warcraft. A lot of the stat boosts that you get are just normal flat, but the ones with the percentages in Summoner's War is a little bit on another level, in a sense where it really changes the way you play your monsters and stuff like that. It's not just about that additional ability. You don't get like some special additional ability like how you do in MOBA games, where suddenly the legendary ability that you have is unlocked. No, the legendary awesomeness is within the stats themselves, and I've noticed that the people who do a lot of these analysis, or if they do YouTube videos themselves, they get really into the math of it, like, and even for me, I've done a lot more math in Summoner's War than I had anticipated to do in any other game. Now, I'm not entirely sure who. I'm just looking through my monster box, and yeah, so we're gonna try to power this up. And as far as what I hope to do in this power up is, I hope to at least just power up the speed stuff. Twice. Let's go for twice. Let's make this worth it. I mean, I just blew a whole lot of mana on crafting. I don't know, what is that? 2 million, 200 million. I wasn't even keeping count, but that was a lot of mana, and a lot of it was just it's like a rune drop. It's nothing. It's nothing to do. Okay, so I got one. It's not plus 11, which is okay, which is all right, which is good. But yeah. But this is the type of stuff that gets you, really invested, and then you have rune crafting, and you have these other elements that change. The runes themselves could be powered up, and you get more random stats. And at the end of the day, it's like that feeling when you're rolling a dice in a game of Risk. You know that you have more armies than your opponent, and you're going in, but suddenly the dice just works against you, and your cannon becomes a one-man sad retreating force, and you're trying to take over Australia. I mean, that feeling. I only get it with board games, or whenever I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, that random factor does add to the element of the game. And in actual fact, I think that the stats manipulation started during my D&D days when me and my friends, what we did was we created our own pencil and paper role-playing game. And we manipulated the stats however we wished, and then the task of balancing the game itself amongst the players and the monsters was on us. So we got creative in terms of the stats, and I guess Summoner's War tapped into that part of myself where I loved creating games and creating, being the dungeon master, and then, or there are times when I would play a game of Wolf where I would volunteer. I was like, yeah, I got a great story that I can do. It's for those people who, I think there was a term for it. There was a term for it called munchkin, especially those who are playing pencil and paper RPG games. So Summoner's War is like a dream sandbox for the munchkin. I'm like, cute anime characters aside, the math, the stats, that's where it's at. The rune composition, the monster team composition is just, I think that's what makes Summoners War a game that's going to be, I don't know, here for a long time. And, I just read a couple of news as well that come to us, they made like, I don't know, more than $1 billion in their first quarter, and they're targeting esports, and I'm all for that. I mean, the complexity of this game makes for just interesting matches, and I think if it gets to the esports level, that is a platform where people will really truly appreciate this game and see it for the high level of mastery needed just to get to a certain point in this game. My name is Mo Nazrul, and that was another episode of me rune crafting and playing Summoners War. Check you guys.